Prince Charles fights to save view from the tower blocked by monstrous skyscrapers that are threatening to spoil its World Heritage status. The Prince of Wales is fighting to save the World Heritage status of the Tower of London. The medieval fortress risks losing its prestigious UNESCO designation because of skyscrapers spoiling the tower's vista. The prince's concern is disclosed in new documents released to the Mail on Sunday under Freedom of Information laws. It comes at a critical time because UNESCO's World Heritage Committee meets in Bahrain later this month and an update about the tower's status is expected. Officials at Historic Royal Palaces, the charity that looks after the tower, are particularly troubled because there are new skyscrapers in the pipeline. And despite their objections about the 541-feet walkie-talkie building in Fenchurch Street, city planners still approved it. Last year, the go-ahead was also given for a skyscraper at 1 Leaden Hall, which prompted Historic Royal Palaces to admit it was extremely alarmed by the height of buildings in the east of the city. The tower's future status was discussed by the Prince, Historic Royal Palace's chairman Rupert Gavin and its chief executive John Barnes at Clarence House in March. The charity confirmed the meeting was to update the Prince about its work. It is not the first time the Prince has expressed concern about construction work in the capital. In 1984 he famously described a proposed National Gallery extension as a monstrous carbuncle. The released papers show that experts are particularly anxious that the view of the White Tower is at risk. A briefing paper prepared for the meeting says that protection of important views of the tower from the Queen's Walk on the South Bank, Tower Bridge and London Bridge are generally effective. However, the paper warns, the wider setting does not have such sufficient protection and has been threatened in recent years by increasingly tall new buildings, particularly in the city. UNESCO has expressed concern about this, and about any buildup of further tall buildings in the vicinity of the Shard which could put the tower's World Heritage status at risk. The tower, on the north bank of the Thames, dates from the late 11th century. It is the home of the crown jewels and is where Anne Boleyn was beheaded in 1536. Clarence House declined to comment on the meeting.